I'm Jessica Krauser, and I'm joined by Brian Baker.
How are you, Jessica?
I'm great. How are you?
Amazing.
I'm actually not that happy right now.
Oh,
Because
Derek?
because right before we started shooting, you said, I didn't know it was Ugly Sweater Day.
Well, it's Casual Friday.
It's not a bad sweater.
It's a lovely sweater. I just thought maybe you were going to a Christmas party.
Shut up. It's not Christmas yet. All right, so I have a little gift to show you today.
Oh, I love gifts. I wouldn't get my hands on this. You won't let me play with it.
I know. You're not allowed to touch it yet. So, over time...
I'm not touching it.
Stop it. I've actually... Never mind. Over the past, I'd say, year, there have been a lot of different things that I've been thinking of along, with the nonprofit that we've started. As to
By we, you.
Well, me and others, not you. You're not part of it.
No, I'm not part of it.
But there's things that we started thinking about of like, okay, if we can use the nonprofit to help people with education and exercise, what is part of the education piece? I love the idea of some sort of like kit or gift, although you don't think of getting a gift when you're diagnosed.
Here's your card. Welcome to the club.
Well, I actually have that in here. I'm not kidding. So over time, I've asked a lot of our friends with Parkinson's, things that they wish they knew, or things that they knew, wish they would have known at the time of diagnosis. So this is just a prototype, but I thought I'd share. It's called a wish kit. Again, I just taped it on, so nothing too fancy yet.
Is that really a good name? Do we wish to get this kit?
No.
Or do we not wish to get this
kit?
But
listen to why. Well, this could be, maybe this isn't going to be called the wish kit. This is brainstorming at its best. So a person would get it, and they would get a letter up front, handwritten, but then probably have to be photocopied. Welcome to a community you didn't ask to be a part of, because that's your favorite saying. But I assure you, if you learn from those that have been in your shoes, your new PD community, you will realize you have more control than Parkinson's does. Take it from us, Parkinson's patients who range in age from 35 to 85, men and women from newly diagnosed to 20 plus years. We want to share what we wish we knew when we were diagnosed. Sincerely, Jessica, young onset patient diagnosed at 37. Now, clearly, because of the age range I'm using and different other statistics, I'm only talking about our Columbus community right now. Got to start small before you go big, right?
We'll get there.
So the first thing, it was actually kind of cute because I had another paper that had like, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, like different things for people to consider or think of. And Karen looked at it and she was like, it's really nice, but I can't really read it. It's like, okay. So it made me write big cards.
Oh, nice.
So the first thing it would say, you are not alone. There are thousands living with Parkinson's of all ages and all stages. Find a community today. And then obviously for Columbus, we can put pdnextsteps.com. The next one is Parkinson's doesn't progress overnight. We'd all be in trouble if it did. Don't stop making plans. I think that's one that Debbie mentioned. Don't stop making plans. Work, travel, live your life. Just be sure to incorporate exercise and lessen stress where you can.
Good advice.
Yeah, I have more.
I'm good.
You can take action to slow the progression.
Amazing.
Right? What action do you think that would be?
It's probably squats.
It could be. Exercising and socializing.
Oh
My God.
I love to socialize.
Find a Parkinson's gym and make PD friends. Exercise and socializing are both known to slow the progression. Did you know that?
I did.
Okay.
I learned everything that you learned because I hear it come out of your mouth.
But we learn from experts, not Google.
Yes.
So I put on
podcasts.
Yeah. I think Robin was the one that mentioned that. So visit things like michaeljfox.org, parkinsonsfoundation.org, davisfinneyfoundation.org, call the Parkinson's Foundation hotline, things that I wasn't aware of at the time I was diagnosed.
Or listen to
our podcast.
Our Secret Life.
I don't know why I didn't think to put that on there. Let me jot that note down. Silly. Okay. So.
I mean, I'm just trying to get some advertising out there.
I honestly, I didn't think about it. And then the last.
I kind of like doing these if we could keep doing them.
It would be nice. So we have to have people keep subscribing and watching. Document and discuss symptoms and changes. So Karen said this was a big one for her. She wishes she knew right away to document all the medications that she tried. So I have Parkinson's is more than just a movement disorder. Make sure you talk to your movement disorder specialist about anxiety, apathy, depression, constipation, sleep issues, trouble with writing, cognitive issues, etc., because it is all lumped together.
Yeah, that's a great point. I actually said that this morning at my neurology appointment.
What?
I was talking about how I programmed this. I had problems with this, and my elbow hurt, and my calf was tight, or what,
Yeah.
just the normal PD stuff. And I said I should be documenting. Here's what happened.
Yeah.
Here's what I changed the settings to. And I just changed the settings, and I'm like, and the neurologist is that kind of asked me like, how long ago did you change it from this to this or that to that? And I don't know, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And so I'm going to start documenting those things.
So one of the things in my kit is going to be a journal.
Yes, I was like, do you have a journal in there?
I don't think I put one in here, but I have notes, and I have one from you too. You just don't know it yet. So again, I think a big part of getting diagnosed with Parkinson's, everybody has the same. Where everyone's just fearful, right from the beginning. I don't know I was relieved that I was diagnosed, but at the same time, you have all these thoughts that go in your head. But so if we feel like we're hearing from somebody who's another patient and on a personal level, so I made Post-it notes, and I literally want to keep it like this, and it would be from a specific individual. So this one says, I wish I started using an electric toothbrush sooner, from Brian.
I've said that in the past.
I know. I've said it too. But so that would be included. A water bottle. I wish I knew to drink a full glass of water and to take my medication at the same time each day. I don't think I'm going to include weights in here. Maybe like something else.
So cute.
I know. They're little 2-pounders. I wish I knew I wish I knew about gyms that offered Parkinson's classes. And then I also have a PD Next Steps piece in here. There will be a journal in here as well to talk about, because I think one of the things that Karen pointed out, because I asked our whole group of like what they wish they knew, and she mentioned, again, about documenting medications, because how did she say it? She's like, I wish I knew what medications I was on. Oh no, maybe it was somebody else who was saying, I wish I knew how often and how normal it was for medications to change. So that's the other thing. Like, I remember when I first started, you kind of think you're locked in, but it is expected that you're going to constantly change your meds. Yep. And then the last one is, it's the book. I don't have the book in here because I gave it to somebody. But remember the Shaky Hands, A Kid's Guide?
Yes, I do remember the Shaky Hands.
Yeah, I love that book. So I wish I knew a better, easier way to explain what Parkinson's is. And that's what that book does, which I'm actually meeting with that author next week.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
Is she going to come on the podcast?
Maybe. I was just going to talk to her about how can we expand her book to be, can we make it, how do we make it more aware? Like, what do I want to say? Like
user friendly?
Not user friendly, but it says a kid's guide.
Yeah. So make it more, because like I said, you and I both read it and learned some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Ourselves. Like maybe make it not so kid focused.
I would still actually like to keep the book at, like, I would love everything to stay the same, but it's like, can we just like call it something, that would be more, what is the word I want to use?
Adult oriented.
I guess so. That's it'll have to be good for now. But what are other things that you wish you knew when you were diagnosed to get to the point of like where you are today, which is you're living your life?
You covered a lot of them.
Did I get it? Did I get it all?
I would say we could we could add like a little cheat sheet in there of like rocker knives. I've heard that in the past, recently in the past week, somebody said they got a rocker knife and they loved it. Rounded, I thought of this one the other day. I have a coffee mug that has become my favorite because it's kind of rounded at the top. Mm-hmm. So if you shake or spill, it kind of falls back in versus falling out. Huh. And I saw that was actually on a TED Talk by somebody about Parkinson's. I was like, oh, I got a coffee mug that's like that. But that's another tip or trick I learned recently.
Even like Kizik's, those shoes, I want to get a pair of those that you just slide on.
Yeah.
Because I always had issues with like getting
elastic pants and
elastic pants, like maternity pants.
Well, yeah, for you. For me, it's just like the dad pants. Fat pants. You don't button them or zip them. You just throw them on. But
I honestly I want this to be something that, like, again, or not again, but like big picture, that everybody would receive.
No, it's great because, like I said, you're kind of stunned when you get diagnosed, mm-hmm. and you don't know where to begin. And giving somebody a guide to say, "Here's a starting point." Mm-hmm. Where it ends, we don't know, but here's a starting point.
And I think first and foremost, it's just knowing that. I mean, they know other people are out there with it, but until you start talking about it, you don't know that. Right. And I was talking to a friend of mine.
Because you go into the doctor's office alone, you come out alone. You know, yeah. This is kind of like you coming out with a community.
Yeah. Oh. Maybe it's like a community kit.
I like that.
I don't know how I feel about that.
You like it.
I'm definitely open for suggestions. So if anybody wants to leave a comment or...
We love comments, suggestions.
Yeah. We're definitely open to them to see how we can make this better. And Amazing. But... and again, just something to give people hope. It was going to be a hope kit, but there's a lot of hope kits out there. And it's not necessarily, yes, it's hope, but it's, again, more of like, God, I just wish I knew this.
Right. Educational kit.
That sounds boring.
It does.
So that's what I wanted to share with you today.
I'm excited to see them come to fruition.
Yeah. Well, this, like I said, it's just a prototype, so you won't see it like this. I'll do a little bit more work on it. But for those of you guys out there, if you have any suggestions on what you feel you wish you knew at the time you were diagnosed, we'd love to hear it. So don't forget to subscribe by clicking the little button below. And leave us a comment and let us know what you wish you knew at the time of diagnosis, and maybe we can add it to our kit for those that are newly diagnosed in the future, again, to lessen the fear of Parkinson's. Thanks for joining.